Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Good morning. Well, we're higher. Ooh, oh man, I have a couple of things to talk about. We'll get to the Bitcoin in a second. You look at that chart, you can see that right there in the lower left-hand corner. Holy shit. But we're not going to talk about that yet. Let's get the links. Nope, come on. Cooperate. Thank you. This one and over here. Facebook, YouTube's been changing stuff. Okay, so let's pull this over. So yesterday, the E-mini, we left it around here. No, we left it around here. So I said, when I left, I was like, well, maybe we could get a little bit of a reversal bounce, and we did, and then just took another big dump. So we are now well below the November 15th low, and we have to go to a much larger time frame chart. And they are eyeing that thing. I am sorry, folks, but this does not look like a pullback to me. I don't know. I guess we did. You know, they're gonna be testing. We got some levels to go. Okay, it's not the end of the world yet, but this still seems to me like it's different. You know, it's always been like, here's the worst. Oh, you buy it. Oh, they're gonna go for a lower low, and like, yeah, you know, everything's like the world's coming to an end, and then you buy it. And now this time, you know, you did that. I don't know. I mean, this can reverberate for around for months and stuff, but it's just not. This one's not the same. Doesn't mean it's not going to go higher, but something has changed. Anyways, so of course bonds responded in kind, going a little bit higher. I think it could go a little bit higher. Or at least that's the direction today, but I think we can need the bond to come back to this support area here first before we could take that. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Do we have any news today? I think we could, we might have something, don't we? Yes, we do. Building permits and housing starts in 10 minutes. So let's let that come out. I expect those numbers haven't been too great. The housing market index was 60 versus a forecast 67 yesterday. Excuse me. So yeah, this is not too great. We have tomorrow. Durable goods unemployment claims. Because there's no Thursday. And then existing home sales. Okay. Well, this is kind of when things kind of calm down. What about Friday? We got anything Friday? Oh, Friday is often a good day. Like Friday is often a good day, so. Anyways, that's where we're at. Key support's pretty much at the beginning of the day. About the 5-year. Okay. So yeah, about the same. Now in Bitcoin, what is going on here? Holy crap. So let's scroll this back a little bit. So here's the dump. So before the dump, we were around 200. It got dumped and we went down to negative 50. Now we're at 252 in cumulative delta. What the hell? So I made this a note on this. I think in my notes yesterday and in the chat, there are people trying to bottom fish, and because value is nowhere near where it should be, they and there are a lot of long-term longs getting washed out with every little move lower here. You get it. It just adds fuel to the fire. You get what I mean? They're just these bottom fishers are just making it worse. So that's what I see going on in Bitcoin. So 43 I think was a key support level though. Let's see here. Yeah, that is not. You know what? Well, it should do it in Chrome. It's much better in Chrome. Anyways. Brave is a good browser for security, but some of these scripts just don't run on it. Ones that really should. Okay, so here it is on Coinbase Pro. And let's change it back to my 6-hour chart is what I really like to look at. It looks super ugly when you look at it on the 6-hour chart. And daily? Now we have to... Okay. So here's one support level. All right, where's some so there's 29 is like a certain spot, 46. I mean, I don't really see a whole lot from a technical perspective. Man, I have to zoom all the way out, basically. See, there's your support. There's a zone there. Here's a zone. Yeah, I don't see a whole lot around this area to really stop us. So this thing could just keep going, man. This ugly move. Look at that. That is how many times has Bitcoin done this and then it goes higher. It's going lower. Super ugly looking. Not a pretty chart. I don't want to look at it anymore. Oh yeah. You guys got any questions about the Bitcoin? My indicator still says 2 to 3,000. So hang on to your butts. Right? But this is going very fast. We might see some pullbacks a little bit. At some point, this is gonna have to pull back, but I think that this could continue well into next year.
Saying the key phrase in the oral agreement that the alternative arrangements could be used to avoid order, citing Sun's Tom Newton Dunn quoted number 10 sources today saying this could be a real breakthrough.
Wish so when some of you Europeans can help me out here, but why is the border such a sticking point? Why doesn't the EU want them to have their way on the border? I don't understand. Well, we got some pretty strong... We're kind of in a resistance area in Treasuries, so this kind of makes it hard to predict. We may get a lot of buying that is just not able to sustain itself, you know what I mean? Lots of people on Twitch today, by the way. Hello, everybody in Twitch. If you say something in the Twitch chat, just I should say I already have it in like the streamer information on the page, but like if you say something in Twitch chat, I'm probably not going to respond. If you want to talk to me, come to Discord. That's what I look at. So, so yeah. That came back. It came back really fast. Granted, it is within the range.
Charles saying Brexit is that worries me at the moment.
Hmm.
Just a heads up, just under 3 minutes time till we US data. Just a quick month-on-month percent. It's looking with the absolute.
I like how I got filled there. The 30 years not quite doesn't quite look right to me. My 5 year is getting some icebergs. I got over it, but it's not okay. Yeah. So there's a little bit they want to buy, but it's not super strong, is it? And I don't think it necessarily has anything to do with the E-mini either. It's not it's even now. Nope. Well, they took that 38, 37 really fast.
One minute on the data.
E-mini is selling all of a sudden. Hmm.
More from Charles saying ultimately Italian politicians decide how to deal with their country's problems.
Listening to Europeans talk about each other is hilarious, I think. Almost as hilarious as listening to Americans talk about other states. It's the same thing, isn't it? Really, isn't it? No, that's not. This is. We don't want to be in this. If this can be a volatile like this.
Building permits in at 1.263 million. Housing starts in at 1.228 million with a prior revised of 1.21 million. Month on month, the building permits in at minus 0.6%. Housing starts month on month in at 1.5% with a prior revised of minus 5.5%. Same time, we're getting Philadelphia on manufacturing regional business activity index 43.3 in November versus 37.6 in October. Firm level business activity in 2.4 in Nov versus in the month. New 28.2 versus unemployment 10. 3 versus 16.6, with the wage and benefit cost index in November versus 41.9 in October.
So the housing numbers were in line with expectations.
ECB's noise saying the probability of
Treasuries just aren't quite lining up right for me. And the E-mini is getting really fidgety. And because that seemed to be influencing whether we tick up or down, I'm still biased along.
noise saying the recent increase in sovereign bond country welcome development.
I wonder what that one country is.
Set up and chair a network of charge of banks with high level of
There's a 3K iceberg there. Possibly a 5K. Context of this one is kind of hard. I want to take it.
saying the proposal, so-called massive disposal banks in.
I want to take it, but I'm not sure if the E-mini is going to really tick down here or not. You know? Like, it seems like the E-mini is stuck in a range, and they're at the low, so for the E-mini to just continue to go down would be something else.
UAE's it's not the
Okay.
saying you that's oil production incoming over. That's according to the Al Bayan newspaper.
For the E-mini to just bust down through this range would be something else. Yeah, look at that. See, this is exactly where they might stop and turn around. Yep.
UAE, OPEC, and very likely OPEC will period. Bayan UAE's OPEC envoy saying there is an initial agreement to cut. Mount has decided. There's an initial agreement to cut production. Mount has decided.
Only 1421 to trade through that.
the envoy saying technical studying markets. Final conclusion.
Okay. So now we're kind of towards the top of the range. A little bit more right here, right? There's this big guy. This is the range. From here to here. Oh. Yeah. So there's a little sell bubble there. That 11.5 is not pulling away at all. A little curious. E-mini is going down though. Oh, they're hitting an 11, huh? I don't know about that one. Back up there, huh? Ugh, and then 10.5 is pulling, so this is definitely not. I thought that we were just going to come back. Like, I mean, they're absorbing. They could come back, but we're clearly in the wrong spot. Clearly in the wrong spot. Alright. I'm not gonna say it was a bad place, but I should have been a little bit more concerned when I started seeing icebergs at 11, you know. Like if I have a spot, I think that's where it's gonna hold, and then it goes through it, and I see icebergs at the next level. That's just a really clear indication to me that I picked the wrong area of interest. Good morning, YouTube. Yeah, so again, if you guys are in chat and you'd like to chat, I have links in the descriptions for the Discord channel. So go in there, and that's kind of where we talk. It's going to be a little light this week because Thanksgiving week, you know. So our chat room is a little quiet today, but we have a lot of traders in the futures trading Discord, so check it out. So there's 11, and now the E-mini is taking a puke.
So now,
Now he's doing what now? So the E-mini took a pretty good fall there, and we did not actually move up in treasuries. That's interesting. Ugly fall. Nope. Okay. They are not happy. So what's going on in the E-mini? Like, obviously it's only down like 16 ticks. So like that would have when I was trading the E-mini, I've given up on that as a distraction. But when I was doing it, that's about what I was going for. So that move down wasn't necessarily like the end of the world huge, but the E-mini almost never moves before 7 o'clock my time. Almost never. And it's just taken a total dump in the futures. And I don't see anything, you know, going down. It's just Apple. Okay, Apple's price target is cut again at Goldman. Jeez. Yeah, I think we got a weird thing going on, and well, not a weird thing, but an interesting situation going on in the E-mini on the larger time frame, where a lot of things in the economy are going well, but Apple is fucked because they are very much hurt in trade war stuff because they've been one of the biggest, benefactors of um, globalization, we'll call it, and um, that's going away apparently, for now at least. And they're just not as good as they used to be, and their products aren't as good. And so Apple is maybe peaked, and um, you've got the whole rest of the economy might be fine, but because Apple is such a big part of the index, it's just if Apple goes down, you literally almost cannot have it where Apple goes down and the E-mini actually ends up on the day. It doesn't happen. The Twilight Zone. Deutsche Bank. That's what they called their Credit Outlook 2019. That's the header. Interesting picture that they pick. There it is again. Well, it sucks that I did not get filled. I should have hit into 11.5, shouldn't I? Although I'm not so sure about up from here. You just gotta be patient. I might give us one here. And what is going on?
Trading down. Airliner cancelling systems.
So we've got a zipper formed here. A zipper itself doesn't give us any probability, unless it goes for a certain length, which we're not at yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's kind of in an odd spot, though. It kind of seems like some distribution to me, and the E-mini is coming back a little bit now. Yeah.
Block sell.
I just dumped on it. They block sold 12, but it didn't clear yet. Must have been a 3,000 lot. Yep. 3,000 lot. I'm hearing the half-big, half-human creature has sent a letter of no confidence. What? Go give birth to half-pig, half-human creature, sparking fears that it is a cursed mutant devil. The fuck? They're serious. That was like a real headline, guys. Apparently some medical researchers did something. I think it was a pig with some human DNA in it to harvest organs from. Oh, that's weird. I wish I didn't read that. Okay, that's enough Twitter today.
It's an equity news showing the Nissan probe is sent to the.
So it was looking good, but look, there's big icebergs on both sides there, and the E-mini is threatening. I'm trying to decide if I have good probability here or not. I think I might be okay. This zipper still seems to be holding, and I do have pretty tight risk. And they seem to be having a hard time holding 12.5. That could change really quickly. They're very curious here at the low in the E-mini, but they're not just going for it. You can see some guys over here in Treasuries selling it. Yeah.
Equity here in space sock jam of mid.
They could still go for that low again and tick up. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So now this is my zipper setup that says that 80% chance that you'll get 11.5. 80% chance right now. If it stays in this range for too long, then the whole thing, the probability switches at a certain point. Is going to be hard to get filled here. So notice, I'm in queue at 12:21. I left that in there because I thought, well, I should be able to use that as an easy fill target. We get down there, it all pulled. It all pulled. Now that just stuck on there might have been something else that might actually be real liquidity now, but jeez. Hmm. They're stacking up at 11 again. Well, the E-mini is still going lower. Still going lower. Hmm. This is one of those situations now where I'm wondering if I should just pull my order, because if that 55200 or so that's there right now pulls it all, then they're really likely to just completely go through us. But right now it's just kind of sitting there. Um, and the E-mini just continues to look very unhappy. So now they're starting to stack there like they think that that's a pivot. So I think that we could move much lower in treasuries. It kind of depends. But the E-mini is pushing lows and the treasuries are not moving up.
Equity used Takeda here clearing their last regulatory hurdle for the Shell deal with the further results from the fire study.
You might get some good buys
And
in the
commenting
ES
in an
here.
email statement on the Takeda, saying that the sale of foul D
Pulling it. Okay, so it would have gotten filled, but I pulled my order. And the E-mini appears to be recovering now. Go, E-mini, go. Yeah, this could go. This could go. I'm liking what I'm seeing. What would be a target though? 095 is a key support. 095, 085, 070. So some of these are not so relevant anymore. Okay. Oh, actually, I want to leave that one. I'm going to leave that one. Bum, 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 ba-dum. You're not really even getting super crazy absorption either. I mean, there's the VWAP right there. 3,000, you should expect to see at least that much at the VWAP, but this looks like it's got more to go. What are you guys doing over here? Did any of you guys take that in the E-mini? Hey Seth, don't you find it detrimental to your trading to watch your profit and loss? That is a very interesting subject. I'm glad you asked that, and I'm not really sure. Um, Here's the thing. I know what my profit and loss is, even if I'm not looking at it. I pretty much know if I'm up or down ticks. So I don't think that looking at it from a mental perspective, that if I just didn't look at it, that it would make things better. But I do find that I have a tendency to tilt. You know, it's not uncommon for me to go 2 or 3 losses in a row and have a bad day. So that's why I have rules for myself that, and granted, I'm not exactly following them right now because I'm on a sim account anyways, but normally it would be like 3 losses in a row. I stop trading the account that day. Or just stop trading completely if I really don't know what's going on. But often at that point, I kind of see something's going on, and I do actually get some good trades out of it. But from a risk perspective, you just can't do it because sometimes it doesn't, and when it doesn't, then it's really, really, really bad, and so it's not worth it. But it also, I mean, it kind of tells me things like I like to have it open there. Well, so the main reason that I put it over there on the left is because it seemed like people were more interested when I put it over there in the stream. So that's kind of more for you. Oh, Ace Trades picked up a point on the short. So you went short and you just got out then, yeah? Well, they're kind of pushing down again a little bit. Sellers are getting aggressive again. Are the buyers going to hold it here? Treasuries, the action in Treasuries seems to indicate that yes. they're going to hold it here in ES. This is tough because normally I would want to take it off here. Just because when you get 5 ticks, that's kind of the probability. But it's at the VWAP, and they actually did push through the VWAP. This isn't a place where you would tend to see a VWAP bounce. You do get a VWAP bounce, it's not a very clean one. Okay. But that buying spike came almost all the way back, didn't it? Hello. Yes, I have it open right now. I just want to warn you guys when you come in the future. And I know some of the more regulars, like Ace Trades, for instance, is familiar. Like if you really want to get my attention, I'm paying much more attention to the Discord channel, which I have in the channel description. Market Madman. Looking at profit and loss definitely messes with me. I know what it is, but it helps to not have the bright green red on my screen. Yeah. I mean, the main thing that I look at is, do I have 3 in a row? Have I hit my target? Have I hit my loss for the day? Sort of a thing. That's why I look at it. But I just know what it is when it's in my head. It might be different in the E-mini. If it was in the E-mini and some of these trades are going 16 and some of them aren't, it might be a little easier to, or sorry, it might be a little harder to know what it is. But when it's with Treasury and you're getting a tick at a time, I know what it is, right? If I close this at 10, then I'm break even for the day, essentially. The E-mini is going down again. You notice though that so the correlation is definitely there, but we got like what, 1 or 2 ticks off of it versus the 7, not the 7, the 5 ticks that we got down. So that's kind of curious. Man, what is going on? Oh, and hey, Gabriel. I haven't seen you say anything in a while. How's it been? Like to Brazil. I wish, is there something like, what does CNBC have anything up?
Won't be overturned. Otherwise, pro-growth.
Okay. So Kudlow on TV is good. Kudlow on TV means to me that the administration sees what's going on and is going to go and give them a pep talk. This is not the first time they've done this. People don't always read what's going on, but you'll notice Kudlow always comes out on key market points. He knows what's going on, and he calls CNBC up and he's like, hey guys, like, can I, get on? And it seems like everybody's really, really freaking out, so, I could come on and talk the market down. What he said there is right, though. I mean, the Democrats can't what is the word? Repeal. They're not going to repeal the tax cuts. No way. You're going to have to wait until 2020 and beyond to repeal the tax cuts. And at that point, it's already super clear. But by that point, it will be really, really clear that at least the corporate side is actually really, really good. And so even if they do adjust it on the margins, I think that some of the best parts will still be there. So if taxes is still good and he pretty much has full control over regulations.
Re-engaging in the Adler saying U.S. economy is roaring. Comments in Fox Business saying U.S. economy is roaring.
Oh, he's on Fox Business, not CNBC. They still want to sell the E-mini, though. Okay. So they tried to push it into that big order at 26.52. I think somebody wants to fill there. Didn't quite do it. And there was a little bit of little flurry of volume there and just above it. They may still try and push it down. That was it, yeah.
Further confirmation that Laura Hughes with FT versus suppose. He had very similar comments from Watson earlier.
There you go. Okay. So he get filled and then a couple of aggressive market buyers popped in there.
Adler is saying corrections on stock markets come and go.
Stock market seems to be trying to prove him wrong right now, doesn't he? Doesn't it? Okay. So now we see another one below us showing up. And okay. That was a little better. Now, interesting in Treasuries, we actually
Adler
have.
saying Trump believes like to have a deal. Adler saying Trump believes like to have a.
Okay, so there's. Here comes 50. So at this point, I think it's clear that I probably could have taken a profit at 10 and be looking for a spot short around here. I'm not quite sure I see it.
Trump has an optimistic view on U.S.-China talk.
11.5 seems to be one stop. And it is lower than where I entered, so it'd be interesting if they come short of 26.50. They need to buy more than that though. Okay.
Kudlow saying Trump wants a deal that is in the U.S. interest.
Trump wants a China deal, that's good. Okay, so now we're at 7:15, so a lot more players come in at this point. The 5 year. 5 year does kind of look like it might turn. Somebody buying there though.
Very detailed talks are ongoing with China on levels.
On all levels. All levels, folks.
Well, it seems Facebook having some issues with some of the platform to users.
Screw Facebook. I don't care if they go out of business anymore. I love that website, but the world would be better off if they went out of business. Sorry to say it, folks. You know I'm right. You guys are listening out there. You're like, that's crazy, but you know I'm right. The world would be better off if Facebook went out of business and a bunch of clones popped up. We'd be better off. And hopefully those clones are a little bit more moral and take care of our data and our privacy and free speech better than Facebook has, because I think that they've just been an awful steward of the incredible user base that we've given them, you know? Okay, I'm seeing a little bit of volume forming here at 140.06 in ZB. That may be, they think that that's a pivot. They may be trying to hold it there. Could be. Watch, the E-mini is just gonna skyrocket out of here, and Treasuries won't move. You know what's gonna happen. Okay, here's a tick. See the liquidity pulling again. So I think we've got this situation again at 10 half and 10 where there's a couple of people that got left behind that are looking for fills. You see how much it pulls there. So they're pulling it all, and the 900 people or so that actually wanted fills are holding on to it. I'm not hearing any more Kudlow headlines, but the E-mini is starting to get volatile. So they spiked, they started selling. Buyers might, this is where I think buyers kind of have to dig in. Like above this thing right here. See that? There's a little liquidity vacuum, and buyers are trying to hold it above that. And this is weak and they're not buying into it. Oh, and that's exactly why right there. Because they sell it right back down. Okay. Also, so there's those 6. There's 140 in the range there. Yep, it's still. So pretty balanced spot right here. Okay, now you got these prices. Good. Set everything. And there's this. What's with this? There's a lot traded there, and there's this right here. That's interesting. ZN did move down. I just like highlighting things. Look at this though. They are selling their treasuries. They're 5 years. Where are we at on the ZT? Where are you? Not quite ready to break, but it could do it. Okay, the buying looks better.
Farmer confirming completely affected.
Got a lot of people viewing today. Thank you guys for watching. This is going to be a very interesting open. This next 15 minutes is going to be something else. Because they were selling like crazy in the pre-market. I see them trying to buy it going into the open. I kind of see a setup that, at least I think, and I'm not sure I can really describe in like a really technical detail other than that how much treasuries have come back. I see some reason for them to be buying on the open. Could be fun. But for those of you, if you guys are new, I want to just make sure you guys got 2 things. One is I pay attention to the Discord a lot more than I do the YouTube or Twitch chat. And there's a lot of traders. Some of those traders are much better than I am. So 100% check out the chat room. It's a free chat room. There's really good information in there. And our education section is just, it's like one of the best resources out there. I'm not even just saying that just because I'm the one that started it, but they've been so great. Okay. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing is check out the Patreon link. I post Bitcoin charts every day. If you're a subscriber, you get it that day. And then the general public, it gets charts 3 days later. I like that. I like that a lot, that tick down. The general public gets it 3 days later.
Submit to US Special Counsel Mueller Quinn as early as
So you get, today, if you go over there today, you'll be able to see all of my notes, the day of and the day after the big fall in Bitcoin. And it's been a really, I've made money off of this thing. So I only put it on there for a subscription because it shows people that it's valuable information that people are willing to pay for. I have like 20 subscribers, and they've been with us for a year now. So they're obviously very happy with what they get, and that's why we do it that way. But it's information that I'd like everybody to have, because I think that this is a kind of information would help cryptocurrency markets in a big way. So definitely check out the Patreon if you like it. Subscribe, share with your friends, so forth. 3 more minutes. So we're back here at 10. They're not really going for 09. Well, it says 302. So a few hit into that. It doesn't seem to me, at the moment at least, that there's really people trying to hold it at 0.95 or trying to buy it here. They're probably just a little disinterested because they know that equities are going to open up in 2 minutes and we'll get a move then. Now the split side of this is the E-mini could sell hard.
the next phase of tax reform happen in 2018. It makes years. It's a analyzing phase of the tax reform would happen in 2018. It will happen next year.
Okay. Well, I don't think anybody was expecting that to happen or pass anyways.
Issuance news: BTB Italia is above.
It's interesting that they're still talking about it and it's still on their mind. So do they think that they can get a tax deal together with Democrats? If they were able to pass a tax deal that Democrats in the House passed and the Senate passed and Donald Trump signed, that would blow my mind. It would be cool. It would be good, I think. Be really positive. I don't think it's going to happen. There's no way. Democrats aren't going to pass anything that Donald Trump would ever sign, even if it was a good bill. There's no way. Like marijuana, I think he would sign it. And I think that Democrats would avoid putting it on the table because they don't want him to be the one responsible for legalizing marijuana. Okay, here's the open. Selling. Oh, baby. Okay, some crazy absorption here. Oh, crazy numbers. Holy crap, guys.
It says production is work in progress. It's very preliminary.
That's not positive right there. So there was a huge absorption spot there. They bounced off of it and then they went through it. Okay, now they're coming to another one. Treasuries aren't reacting to it though. They gonna be able to hold it? Buyer's gonna come out here? Man, look at how furious they're trading. Oof. Okay, they didn't take it that time. Oh yeah, buyers winning now. Yeah, that's good, and treasuries are responding with stronger offers at 10.5. But they're not buying into 10 yet. Or sorry, selling into 10 yet. Delta is turning here. Ooh, if they could get over 26.58, that would be positive. It'd be very positive. Okay, some more absorption right here, but not as strong as what was at the bottom. And actually kind of looks like buyers reloading. Okay, now they're clearing 10.
ECB's noise says Italian spread widening. Thanks.
Okay. What an open. Man. Okay, they're taking it. They're taking the treasuries. I really like what they're seeing. Now they're taking 09.5. A little bit of profit taking, but not like nothing too bad yet. I have to reset my DOMs here. I really like to have it where, you know, I can see that I made a good profit on it, you know, that it's far away from my red, but I'm gonna have to reset it here because it gets too low, then it gets hard for me to see and interpret. Get out of here. Yes. Okay, so they beat the previous pivot high. Ooh, did Alligator catch that? This looks bullish to me. I would have bought that. That absorption down at the bottom of the open, if I traded the E-mini, and granted, I haven't done so great when I've been trading the E-mini, I would have bought that. 100%. I really liked what I saw there. Okay, so Alligator did.
Price index falls 5%. Average selling price 1,700 per ton.
He took 6 from it. Okay, so we got a new pivot high. There was some big prints up there. So some profit taking there. Let's reset it now.
We hear from Laura Hughes from FT Brexit cabinet, famous 5 saving. Ireland in backstop.
So now I am actually seeing profit taking in CN. 5K at 090. Okay. Oh, Alligator got long again. Wow. Okay. So they're not really hitting into the 09 again. There's a 5K there. Could be more than that. It could be like 8 to 10. actually trades there if we go through it. I think that there's a good chance that we do get through it, though.
It's picking up on unaware of a Baffin probe or request for.
Okay. Ellie is just super fast. Well, I don't know. So E-mini is really fighting it out here now. Treasuries, the 10-year at least, looks pretty balanced here at 0.95. It's gonna take another push, probably beyond the 2660, in order to see Treasuries move further down. Okay, that move down was on a little volume. Okay. Good. There's one spot. Good offer in Treasuries again. New pivot high. They've really got to get over the 26. This area right here though, and then above that we've got a big. We got some gaps. And that's when we could really skyrocket. Could stop there, but they could really skyrocket out through there. Look at that faint trade. Look at that. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, come on, get out of here. So they broke that range. And they might come back and see if there's support there. There appears that there is. We're seeing some big numbers trade there. And buyer swept it up again. Treasuries did clear 09. Okay. Yeah, look, cause you see the when they sweep, it's always buyers sweeping. See that? Look at that. Okay, I'm starting to see some crazy over here in Treasuries now, though. Let's stay on our toes. So there was a lot of absorption at 09. Now we're seeing a lot of absorption at 085. Probably should have been moving this, you know, like that. Doesn't really matter now, though, does it? Okay. So now that's 6 there. And another 3. Wow. So I did say 085 was the previous zone. 085 to 075, so we should see a lot of profit taking in through this area. Doesn't mean that we're not going to go through it, but it does make a smart spot for us to possibly get out. I just want to see he has pulled back here a little bit. So we trade if they do trade up through here. And buyers still seem to be trying. If they get up there, then we could really see it go. Okay. Well, we ticked up again. So I think I should have gotten out at the 08. And then we could potentially be getting short again. Okay. Some positive buying there again. Notice treasuries aren't really reacting. Okay, so they reacted on that one. Here's 09. Okay, sellers pushed it back down to the other side of this range really quickly. When I saw it at 09 and I saw a lot of volume trading, I was, and I thought, oh, it could go through it. But I've always seen where I've been like, okay, there's like some initial profit taking, and it's often that they go through it for 2 ticks. And we saw there was more absorption at 085 and more absorption at 08. They are stacking up at 085 like they think it's a pivot. Buying still looks kind of aggressive, though. They're going to pull. There, see, they got back up to the high of that range pretty easily. They're stacking and they pulled. And they flipped. Just for a moment. Okay.
Invites. Amazon. Yes, network.
So they absorbed that one. Those guys at 09 did not get out of the way. Didn't bid up very much either. But I don't like what I'm seeing in ES there. They're breaking that. Okay, so there's some absorption here. I'll that again. Seller's trying to break it. Trying really hard to break it.
And I expect Weidman. Speech is titled "Stability Challenges from the Low Interest Rate Environment."
Okay. They are going for lows. Well, okay. Come on, buyers. Where are ya? That sucks, guys. Let it come back on us, but so many opportunities that I saw, and it just kind of didn't get it, and it's okay. Back up at 11 now.
In the Atlanta Fed's GDP now corresponding US GDP at 2.
Alligator actually got short 50. So this is coming back, obviously, but treasuries still aren't, like, even on that move up, it wasn't like look at this. See this right here? When we had like all those 5K orders down at 08 and we came back. So like some people got massively trapped. Like if you don't know what I'm talking about, this right here that I'm highlighting in the ZN cumulative delta, they sold it big time there, and in reverse. That's where I was saying I should have taken it off here. Was determined to hold it. I lost the 4. I tried to get out at the 2, right, and I didn't get filled. I was very, very close. Very, very close. It's unfortunate. Okay, so we're I'm seeing these big numbers here now. I don't know. It seems like this could be giving me the same setup from before. But a second time, I'm not so sure it's so great. See, they make new lows there. Some big absorption. Okay, I see buyers digging in here. See that? That right there was crazy. Are they gonna get above him? Yes, sir. Okay. Need guys in the 5-year to hit 30 quarter. So you're getting a lot of absorption at 11.5.
ECB policy
Hmm.
several years. Ending QE only first step. The central bank must tighten reins in.
Might have been some Twitter robots right there. Special day, says the alligator. Yep. Okay. So there was a little bit of a change there in treasuries, and as the E-mini was jumping up, they haven't flipped per se. They're not hitting into 11 per se, but it's okay. Good take. I don't know. You're kind of at the top of this thing now. They would be. They want to retrace this big move down that we had now, or what? I mean, if it just completely retraces it, then we could be in really, really good hands. But I don't know what the chances are of that happening. I only took that short at 11.5 because I saw the pattern on the DOM, and I really like that that there's almost 6K now stacked on top of me. I really like that. Buy it, please. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Now 37 absorbed at 11. Okay. So I want to see some support here in E-mini. It's not getting it. And some of our friends at 11.5 pulled. Okay, so they traded through our price. And there's a big... Ooh. It's not slow. I mean, so this is moving. Like, look at this thing. Is there something about the movement, or are you saying what I see on my screen, I don't see it happen until it's on your screen for a little bit later, because it is delayed by like 5 seconds, something like that. Okay, so the sellers, there was some profit taking in there. They're not necessarily buying into 12. Actually took a lot of contracts to buy through that. So if this could go offer again, that would be great. The movements and the ticks are slow, if you say so. Or really, even if it is, I really don't think it matters. But I don't think it has anything to do with Jigsaw. If it is the case, then it's going to come down to the internet and your data provider and all that stuff. Because Jigsaw, there's no indication that I have that Jigsaw is like choking it or something. Choking on it or something. I could trade it live like that. Why not? I don't think it's slow. Okay. So treasury traders are getting a little afraid now, and my line's not holding. And I'm not seeing the buying support that I want to yet. Okay, there it is right there. Went through it. Man. Well, yeah, it broke down there. Okay, we'll do it. Not today, obviously. I'm only doing stuff, but maybe after Thanksgiving. I have time to install it. Okay. Should have reacted faster when we got that thing down there. No. You get one. Okay. Well, I'd say treasuries are now fairly valued compared to where the E-mini is at. But I mean, how far can this go? Can they really go all the way to 2600 today? I mean, this is insane. There's not even any headlines or anything going on right now either. Yeah. See the buyers dig in. And just kind of pulls back and then goes right through them. Oh, that down tick was a little better. Still not really getting the. I don't know. This particular pattern right here is a little bit maybe better for a bounce of some sort, but look at the price action. Way too comfortable down there. It is live data. It's live data. Okay. Now that is incredibly bizarre. I think I want to keep this. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I liked that trade, but they don't seem to be letting up. Okay. That didn't do that right.
God says party has. And we have retweeted the whole of the from the deputy.
That one kind of looks to me like the 11.5 was wrong side of the range, and then what it did was it broke up out of the range and then overdid it. Is kind of what I see. They're at like 13 after 13 was when you wanted to get short. That's why I took one. But now that might be all you get. See that at 12 half? Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Banking in.
So that pattern there. Yeah, Smash the Bit saying that I grandma reaction time. Well, yeah. Well, it wasn't that. It wasn't necessarily that. It was like I saw it at '08, and I said, well, I could take it off, but maybe they can go through it. Like maybe this is it. It really, the E-mini really looked positive at the time. I thought. I still think it's a buy. I don't know. I think I'm crazy more than that. I'm just. I don't think I'm seeing things right. So I thought it could go through there. It didn't. Then it came back, and then that was when I should have taken it off, but I was still just kind of was holding on to that idea. So then I tried putting one in at 090, and I was just barely did not get filled. So that was how that one ended up. I think that when that happens, because when it's like 500, it's like, okay, so do I just pay up, or do I, you know what I mean? It's not so hard. But yeah, okay. I see somebody else saying the market's looking like they want to revisit the October lows for sure for 260. Yeah, but like if they hit 260 today, that'd be fucking ridiculous. Like that would be one of the largest range days in the E-mini ever. I think. What is it? What is it at? We opened. Let's say we opened at 2,700. Okay, so 100 points in the E-mini. That's insane. That's crazy. I don't think I've seen that. I would have to go back and look at an indicator with the chart and everything. Well, okay, I take that back because that is kind of what happened back in like October, isn't it? On the 10th. The 10th was over 100. But I don't know. I just we'll see what happens. This the chart pattern looks really bullish, doesn't it? And especially if we get a little bit higher high in cumulative delta, which I think we are. So I don't know. I made a mistake up there I mean at the bottom. Um how do I explain this? Okay, so like if I'm taking Vortex max risk on a trade and I let it come back on me Vortex, that's okay. Right? It's not obviously it's not optimal and it could have been a lot better and I would have preferred to have gotten those 2 ticks, maybe gotten out at the '08. But to get to have it come back on me 4 ticks is not awful per se. Okay. Then on the top, I made another mistake by getting short at 11.5, which is not the right. They're not. It's not the right place. But I did see it after it broke through. I did see that it's doing the thing. So to get back get back in, that's okay. I think I handled it well. Assuming that I actually get out here, right? And I am thinking about putting some, just getting out right here. Because that 11 did not pull. I thought that it might pull. It sure is a lot on it, isn't there? And that buying in the E-mini was really positive. But that's exactly where they've been failing. They're right here. They want to make a new pivot high and then they will turn around. Hmm. Okay. If I had not made the mistake and that was a or take a winner, then I might have held it. But okay, now they are not. I think I could do that just in case. I think if I wanted to go short, I should have done it there at 11.5. Okay. Hmm. Not justified. My problem is greed. Yeah, so. I I prefer trends for sure. Okay, that's not good. Don't like what just happened there. Okay. Okay. Right decision. That buying was super bullish, though. I mean, we are higher than we were when I was like, this is crazy, and let's buy it. And we had that big buy, and everything was like really looking really good and stuff, you know? No reason, really. I mean, I'm not going to set it to be 2-tick targets if that's what you're saying. It's just an automatic thing so that it's on there. And I set it to be 6 ticks because I've had situations. Why are my kids so fucking loud? Seriously. Do you hear that? Good grief. But anyways, I have seen pops where it was like 6 ticks, and that's when I would want to get out, you know? But other than that, it's just you'll notice that it's very rare that I actually end up taking that 6-tick target. It usually doesn't get to 6. Usually it's at around a 3 or 4 that I have to take it off. And if it does get to 6, I often pull it and then you get 2 to 4 more ticks than that. So it's just there. Same with the stop. The stop is like, oh, I should get rid of these. I actually do kind of want it if it gets to 12.5, but I should be able to manage it when it gets there. With this range, might want to just take 11.5. I don't know. So when I'm looking at the range and everything, well, okay, so now that's maybe a little bit more. I was going to say that because there was that 8K that I'm concerned about taking it at 11.5. But now that I've got an iceberg in my favor, and this is, according to the range, the place where I'm going to get filled. So if it is a short, then it's probably not going to get to 12.5. We'll see. See the E-mini's selling a little bit. Okay. I don't know, because it sounds to me like you're advocating to set that right there and, let it do its thing. And I'm trying to see the absorption and take the spots and, read it. And when I read it down there, it looked to me like that was action that could continue through. And I actually think it was a good, okay. I think I'm going to take that. Way too much volume right there at 11. Like, what the heck? Let's just let it do its thing. Anyways, that to me looked like action that could go through, and I think it maybe it could have gone through, except for that the E-mini decided to puke. And when that happened, because remember we were down here? When that happened, it was it was traders getting trapped. So that was the mistake. The mistake wasn't not getting out at, what was it? 0.85? It was when it came back to 0.95. That was a signal to get out. Because I see a big short, and now we're 2 ticks higher. That's a reversal signal. That's a reversal signal that I should have been taking. So that was a mistake, a missed signal on that one. At the bottom, though, I don't think it was. I didn't really see that as. I saw that as possible continuation. Anytime I see 5K, I got to think about taking it off. But the way that it was ticking, I kind of thought it was going to go through because they were hitting it pretty aggressively. I don't know. Okay, the E-minis kind of. No. So you want to go short here? But I keep seeing this thing like, yes, like, hey, they should pull back a little bit. So I don't know. You do that because those moves in the E-mini are a lot bigger than they appear. Only 835. I got one tick. That's the funny thing is I made 2 big mistakes and I still got +1. But obviously without the mistakes it would have been +8, right? So mistake 1 was I should have gotten out there. So that would have been 2 ticks. And then mistake 2, I think that one was more not a strong enough signal to take. So I really should have taken the one that I did there, and then that would have been +4. So I might have been +6. There was also the first, this one when I bought at 12. I buy at 12? Yeah, that's crazy. But at least I wasn't, no, it actually did go up a little bit, just not at that point. When was it? It was right at the open. 634. 634. 634. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I can see why I took that, but that one had good risk reward, but it wasn't really a good probability trade. And I should have cut it off earlier. So I think if I had really been like on the ball, I might have been able to get 8, but it was actually not quite as bad as I thought it was. Mm-hmm. Okay, then they took 10.5. There you go. Especially in action like this. Now, something that's interesting again here. I mean, I paused there because I was like, I wish I was still in this, but part of it is the time. Like, I don't really like being in positions after 8:30 because you always end up waiting and waiting and waiting, and it often doesn't happen until the euro markets close after 9. So it's okay. But we're still higher. Like last time we were at this level in ES.
UK might reopen Brexit deal.
Last time we were at this level in ES, the treasuries were way down at 08. So I don't know if that means that treasuries have more to move or not. Their correlation is definitely like they're definitely affecting each other, but they're not pivoting in the same spot like they normally do. Does that make sense? That whole thing in the E-mini was pretty crazy. Bitcoin is still bottom feeding. Okay, well, I better post my notes. I'm going to leave this going for a bit, but yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for today. It's, I don't know. Like I said, like with some bad mistakes and everything, but I don't want to beat up on myself too bad because today was pretty crazy, right? So to come out of that and do okay, just mismanaged a trade or two and still come out with a tick that's okay. That's not like terrible or anything. There's nothing to be ashamed of, at least. Yeah. But I am going to keep it recording just so we get as much market action as we can. But I'm going to type my notes. Okay, so we came back to what the VWAP really we're kind of holding. So yeah, there were some good trades and there were some good moves, and I was in on the edges. But man, I mean, if you're out there trading and you didn't trade well today, I wouldn't. I wouldn't kick yourself too bad. Today is a crazy day. We're gonna have to see how everybody did. Go ahead and post in Discord how you did. But it's time for me to go. Thank you guys for watching. Lots of people watched today, so we got some fireworks. I hope you enjoyed it. Even though I wasn't like an all-star. I was looking really good for a second there, wasn't I? Alright, well anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow.